Well, hello, Unlimited Wisdom family. Hello, friends. I gotta get that in there. Family and members. I want to shout out Star, Melody, Deborah Grady, Dustin, Coach Bob, Lisa Marie, my lovely wife Terry, and CJ, the hostess with the mostest. And the subject for today, I'd like some of the daily wisdoms moving forward to be interactive. Not that people need to interact, but if you want to, you can. I'm going to ask for Craig to say a few words too. Craig and I were blessed with Matthew being as swamped and busy as he is. He got a chance to share with us a number of different projects that he's working on, just amazed where we're going, right? And so Craig and I also got to talk about a few things that we would like added to unlimited wisdom. And again, you guys will notice that it'll literally change each and every day. And it's just hi Sandy. It's just great to see this platform. And I didn't me myself when I see all the stuff that the platform is starting to become, watching it and the different aspects of it. I just don't recall ever being this excited, because I just know that it's gonna impact and change millions of people's lives. And another thing that I see that it's going to do that's going to be very, very, very unique is I really do, prior, if any one of you like Lisa Marie with Fix It Freddy or Sandy, with hers and Coach Bob, Deborah Grady, Dustin, all of you have built sort of your own little platform. And what I see in that is sometimes it's a lot easier to be a part of a movement than to create your own movement. So I really see a lot of you as you start building circles inside of Unlimited Wisdom. I know Lisa Marie brought out a lot of things that we don't know yet. And so when she, nicely asked the question, hey, listen, I would like to create a circle around this that I want to talk about. Is that okay? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of common sense. We're starting to find out in the world that common sense is really not common. So if you're starting a circle that I think that might be, you know, you abusing animals, I was trying to think of something very, very quickly. I think there's going to be something like that we won't allow, right? If you want to if you want to be one of those haters, I think that, it's my platform. I just think that you being against something and being a hater, I don't think that should be allowed. You know what I mean? So it does sound like a little bit of a dictatorship here. But I think that, that you guys can very simply say, this is what I love, this is what I talk about. And I would like to create a circle to invite other people to participate inside of Unlimited Wisdom. And I want to tell you yes. I just want to tell you yes. So there's a lot of you that when you create your own circle, people will have to come to your circle and see what you're excited about and what you love sharing with people. And so I don't see any problems at all with you guys sharing your passion to the other people that we bring in. The other thing that I think it's going to do is you having a circle within Unlimited Wisdom just gives it a little more credibility, a little more power. You know what I mean? It's like when you're standing out there all by yourself, sometimes it doesn't seem like, well, why would someone want to be a part of my circle? Well, no, it's a circle inside of Unlimited Wisdom, and we all want to be a part of that circle. Does that make sense to you guys? But Matt was sharing with me all the stuff. I'd like to express to you guys as unlimited wisdom continues to evolve and get to the place that it's supposed to get to. I want each and every one of you to sort of do two things. It's not easy. I'm telling you what, I'm having difficulty with it. So I'm going to do my best to explain it. I guess the title could be is how to make unlimited wisdom the best it can be. That's what I want it to be. And so what we got to do is the first thing that we got to do is be creative enough in our mind to want to pivot and be the best. Matt shared with me and Craig, and I'll share with you guys. When you think about where the world is moving with AI and how everything's going to be a base around community, and while a lot of people right now are having a little difficulty doing the same things they've always done and they're not getting results, that what we got to do is be very, very careful moving forward not to continue to repeat things that haven't worked in the past. So a definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. And so I have a tendency of going, well, Facebook does this, or Craigslist does this, or school does this. We got to be good enough to say that moving forward, what would be the best for us is as far as number one, always, always, always making a difference in people's lives. Let's give them hope. And how do you give people hope sometimes is your example, is inspiration of your own example. You know what I mean? And so you creating stuff and you moving forward. So, when I always see some of the people that are posting, I got to give a huge shout out to Melody. Now that they combined the points, that was a great idea. Now Melody's gone, and everyone can just start looking for second and third place. But the other thing that Melody does is she really doesn't get enough credit for this, and I wanted to give her credit, is the graphics that she creates are just like next level. They're really, really, really amazing. And I know a lot of you guys too. And there's another first I want to give kudos to, and that's Deborah Grady. So Deborah Grady found a way to already donate money to Unlimited Wisdom. I have no idea how she found it, but she did it. So there'll never be with the new platform. There'll never be a first another first person than Deborah Grady. So Deborah, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you, and you're so amazing at promoting as well. But you guys posting the stuff that makes you guys excited, your videos. I love seeing Sandy and Lisa Marie's videos, and we're looking around the site of what we want to do. And Dustin, I want to give you a shout out. So we're back there looking at circles, and all of a sudden Dustin's vibe circle, and he's got a graphic on it. And it looks freaking awesome, Dustin. So, I think that I not think what's going to make this channel really, really, really go crazy, and this platform go crazy, Unlimited Wisdom, is as we all encourage each other and we're all leading by example. You know what I mean? So whether it's the videos or, Matt creating another dance video and me posting it. And I just think that all of us are really, really doing some incredible, incredible things. And so Matt constantly reminding all of us that to be in the asking and creation stage instead of being, well, can we do what we did before, or if we could do like this. One of the things I think is really interesting when I see everyone in the Telegram group, as I say this statement, please listen. This is not me beating on you. But if you can create and be in the future and never talk about the past, your life will blow up. So I noticed that now that the points are changed, people are pretty happy. But do you think that it's possible for you to make a post and not talk about the past? I'm challenging you. So how many of you guys know people that are going, well, I'm pretty happy today, but yeah, okay, we already know we've already canceled that all out, right? When you say the word but, everything that, Lisa, I love your hair. You're gorgeous today. I love your outfit. The lighting's perfect. But how many of you guys know, well, why did he make all those nice compliments about her? And then he says, but because we all know what comes after but is something that she needs to change, something that she's doing wrong, something that needs to be corrected, right? But sometimes you guys just don't use but you actually pull your past into the future, erasing your imagination. Want me to say that again? All right. So when you're imagining a future for yourself that's going to be amazing for you and the people you love, I'll give you an example. Unlimited wisdom is not only going to have thousands of millions of people, but we're going to make an impact and a difference on so many people's lives. Not like when we were with school. Do you understand that that's a drift? That is a drift. Right in live time, you guys have heard me tell you this over and over again, and I do it. That's why I'm not beating you up. Just listen. I do it. It's like when you're in joy, you're in imagination, your enthusiasm and thesis, God's, within you, your light shining, you're full of joy, then the adversary or the drifting is there to steal it immediately. Not so you guys will notice. It's like you'll say something, you'll start getting excited, and then you'll start getting excited, and then the next word after saying you're excited, and it's like, and I'm just so looking forward that it's not like another fucking MDC. Are you guys seeing? It's like that's a default of drifting that immediately it's like dear Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I see my healing. I see my ankles being amazing. I see total healing completely in my ankles. And I just hope I don't fall and hurt like I did yesterday. It's like, how many of you, if you guys watch your language and listen to other people's language, they'll give you what they want in the future, and then they immediately steal that joy and that imagination using their own words. So when you're posting in the group or even posting in Telegram, go, oh my God, I'm so excited about unlimited wisdom. Matt, thank you for this. Thank you for this. I got this, and I got this. But only if I didn't lose everything. You guys got it now? It's like you're moving forward. Look out the windshield, step on the gas, be full of joy, confidence. We're all going to create amazing things together, and stop telling me what's in the rearview mirror. Because you guys don't realize the more you work on what I'm talking about right now, the more you're triggered by it. Because if I see people posting about their future and how excited they are, and they even text it, they just don't talk it, but they'll say in the text, oh, I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about this. And then the very last line is them stealing all their dreams and imagination. I'm so excited about this, but I'm still pissed off about the past. I'll switch gears so you guys really get it. Imagine some of you have played sports. I know Lisa Marie played softball, of course, Coach Bob. Can you guys imagine sitting in a huddle and the quarterback calls the play? And he says, okay, the play. And everybody hears the play. And it's like, so Coach Bob's going to block. Then he's going to break away and cut across the field. And I'm going to hit him for a pass. Everybody sees it. We practice this. And right before you go, everyone looks at Bob and he goes, I hope I fucking don't drop the ball again. All of you got it now, don't you? It's like the quarterback just lost confidence. The rest of the team just lost confidence. You see, girl volleyball team, and they get scored on or they get someone blocked. They immediately all go into a huddle and they all pat each other on the ass. Why do they do that? Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Let's get this game. Let's win the next point. Let's go to the next point. Forget this. Forget this. Because if you don't forget it, the game just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So just know that it's a drift. Just know that it's a mistake. And I will, guys, give you one more example. Tony Robbins tells this story where a guy invited him to go to a road course to race cars in a road course, right? And the guy goes, I'm going to do some stuff to you while you're doing it, and it's going to really upset you. And Tony Robbins said he looked at the guy that was teaching him how to race and said, I know I'm here to learn. If you correct me, I don't mind you correcting me. All right? And so they started racing, and then as they got going faster, then when you go into a corner, the car starts spinning. And so as soon as the car started spinning, the person that was teaching Tony Robbins grabbed his helmet and pulled it sideways. And Tony said, I just locked up the brakes. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He says, the car goes where your eyes are. So you went into a skid, and as you started skidding, you looked directly at the telephone pole. You looked at where you were going to wreck. When the car starts skidding, you got to look into the corner that you're about ready to steer into. So your body's doing this and your feet are doing this, but you got to look at where you want the car to go. If you don't, you're going to skid and you're going to go shit, and then you're going to look at where you're going to hit, and you're going to hit it. You guys ever notice that when you see really expensive cars wrecked, why do they find the trees? Why did they find the telephone poles? Because while the guy's out of control or the girl's out of control, they're going, oh my God, I don't want to hit that fucking pole. I don't want to hit that tree. And they zero in on it and don't know that their arms and legs do exactly what's necessary to hit that pole. That's where you're staring at. So Tony goes, I got it. Get back on the road, start speeding up, goes into another corner, it starts to spin, and he feels the driver grab his helmet and pull it again. And he's like, it's not easy to learn. Have any of you used a motorcycle to go around a corner at fast speeds? That's all I rode with motorcycles when I was young. And when you go into a left turn, listen, you got to take your left hand. You're going into a left turn, and you have to push toward the right. You're going into the left turn, and you got to take your left hand and push to the right. And as you push to the right, the bike starts to lean down and goes right around the corner. Do you know how difficult it is to teach your brain that if you're going left, you got to push your hand right? It's almost impossible at first. So just know as you're drifting, that you're going to go to the default. Does that make sense? It's like, don't get mad at yourself. Go, oh my God, I've been doing this for 64 years. So I say something positive. I'm excited. I'm focused. I'm waiting for me to hear myself say, but, or I'm looking for myself to compare something that I hope it's not like in the past. So now, if you know what's coming, you just go, wow, I'm excited. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. I've been looking forward to this. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Just stop. Don't say the next three things that destroy your imagination. Just stop. Did that help you guys? Okay, cool. Because moving forward, this is a new platform. And like me and Craig talk, we're training each other, we're helping each other. Because I don't want to say that unlimited wisdom should be anything like anything else. Are any of you right now making a full-time income from Facebook? Okay, we don't want to be like that. We don't fucking want to be like that. Do any of you right now make a full-time income from school? We don't fucking want to be like that. Are you guys catching it? But we're human beings. We're human beings. So that's when we go, well, remember when we did this in school? Yeah, it sucked. It didn't work. It made no one money. But I really like that feature. You like being poor? You like not having money? No, I just thought the feature was good. Who fucking cares? It's like, so we all do that, right? Jim, Jim doing the point. It's like it's so true how we will tell people the stuff that we like. And how many people remember this book? I haven't promoted it in a while. Okay. So you know where the title of this book came from? Thank you, Deborah. You know where the title of this book came from? Is I'd reach out to people since Jim did the pointing, and I get on a private Zoom with Jim, and he tells me all about the stuff he's doing. Well, Robert, right now I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing a little bit of this, and I'm doing this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'm going, so we got on this Zoom, private Zoom, for me to do my very best to help you get what you want, Jim. Why do you feel it's important for you to tell me all the stuff that's not working? So when people say, you know what I'm doing right now? And I'm going, how's that working? Well, to be honest with you, it's not. Well, can we stop doing all that shit then? Because how many people do you guys know that can't move into the future because they're too busy hanging on to the past? And so for people that have watched me my entire life, it's like when I cut ties with something, I truly, truly don't want anything to do with it. And I'm so good at it. I'm bragging here. I get to brag at a few things. When I cut ties with the past, it's very difficult for me to remember the names of the products, what the comp plan looked like, what the name of the company was, and the people that used to work in that company. So why did I become a master at this? Because of my past. There's a lot of awful things that happened to me when I was a kid. And I like to just not bring them up anymore. How many of you guys know people that have had bad things happen to you and they feel like they got to start the story with it? Right? Like Sandy doing, the work she does. It's like, so how can I help you? Well, let me tell you how I was abused. I don't know if we need to start there. Would you like would you like to feel like you weren't abused? Yeah, but I don't know if I the number one thing I hear from people in the past is um they really get a payoff from feeling like a victim. And because that gives them attention and they get attention from that, they want to continue to duplicate that habit, right? So it's like, hey, let me tell you, I was born in 1962 in Lubbock, Texas, and it's like, why can we just talk about what we're going to do? So with that, I see Matt's on here. I don't know if Matt wants to give us. I just said, Matthew, if you're listening and if you're busy, I just appreciate you being on here. I like that, Lisa Marie. Nobody cares. Uh, I really am feeling, I'm really feeling that the world is changing in a way where people like, hey, listen, I just need to be straightforward with you, and this is where we're going forward. I think that people are a little tired of the talking victim and hey, this is the way I'd like you to treat me. You haven't done anything for me to treat you different. You know what I mean? It's like let's do something together. You have any input? None. I always know how good I'm doing when I turn around and say, Terry, you got any comment? Nope. Yeah, you crushed it. You crushed it. I couldn't have added anything to that. Okay, Matt hasn't jumped on. Craig, please give me some of your input.
Okay, let me. All right. I am very excited. I want to share with people that we are in a moment that is incredible. And if you're ever looking for inflection points, this is one. We are right now in one. And big shout out to Matt and to Robert and to you for being a part of our amazing community. Robert, if I can share what I shared with you a little while ago about
Yeah,
feelings. Okay. Um,
please. That's why I brought you on it. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take myself off.
oh, you don't have to, but okay.
Yeah.
With everything that's been going on lately, and you know how you get to one of those emotional moments, something that just triggers you. And I had one just a little bit before today's daily wisdom, and it was due to a lot of things. There's a lot of things personally that happened like within the last week. Not bad, not bad, but there were just little things that popped up. And then we had our meeting earlier today, and I don't want to bring down this daily wisdom,
You're not.
but it's part of the story here. Found out that our dear friend, sorry, Bill Shoemaker passed away. And it really hit me because he was such a big member of our community and he contributed so much to our community. And then as I was responding to Lucas, giving prayer and strength to him and the family, a song that a friend of mine recorded almost 10 years ago, 10 years ago tomorrow. And it's a song I've always loved, and I know I've shared it every now and then in the communities that we've had and on my pages. But listening to that song really hit home for me because it speaks so much to what Robert just shared and to where we are now and to what is the amazing future is that we have that we can do, build, and create together. And the song is Live to Dream Again. It's in both communities, in the school community, in the Unlimited Wisdom community. It's on my page if you want to listen to it. Just everything hit. But it's not a sad thing. And yes, it is. I know it is personally for us who have known about Bill, but it's also maybe okay. I'm looking at it in this way, with everything that's going on and Bill's love of our amazing community. I'm going to say he's sending us a message that now is the time. So let's do this. Let's take advantage of what we have here. Let's share the message and do the best that we can. That's what Bill did. He did the best that he could. And let's make this community the best that we can and the best ever. Robert, thanks for sharing, for allowing me to share.
Yeah, thank you very much, Craig. I love you. And I just sent a link of Lucas posting. He came out said to me personally yesterday on the Daily Wisdom. He wanted to tell the group, and I asked him if he would hold off and do it on Sunday on Master's Mind. But you guys see the link I posted from Facebook to show you how all of us working together can make a difference. Is Lucas posted a picture of his father being hugged by Jesus, which was a template that Matt made. And so it's like, he was a big part of us always. He always contributed money. He always, just was part of the family. And when all of a sudden he stopped showing up, I noticed that people, that's not similar to the number one thing we always do as humans is we go, how did it happen? Why did it happen? And all I can tell you in my last personal conversations with Bill, and I'll probably say something on Sunday, of course, but Lucas will come on there, and it's like, Bill just said to me, and I just felt total peace. I just said, what can I do for you? I'll do anything for you. And he goes, yeah. He says, if you can, just pray for Lucas. Just pray for Lucas. And I go, how can I help you? What's going on? And he explained the best of his abilities to me, like dementia or Alzheimer's. For someone, if you ask somebody that was going through that, what was wrong with them, he was just saying that I can't count on my mind anymore. He goes, I'm losing big sections of time, and I don't know how long I lost those sections. And he says, so I'm forgetting to do some pretty critical things. Like it's been a couple of days since I ate. I'm not even hungry. You know, so the best way that he explained it to me was instead of just calling it a disease like Alzheimer or dementia, he was just explaining to me in total peace and love what he was struggling with. And so he says, I'm not contributing because I forget that you're doing them. And it's like, so to think that he lost contact with all of us because it was what just wasn't part of his memory. It wasn't part of who he was anymore. And so, of course, I noticed it right away. But it's like he just had a lot of concern for Lucas and his family, and he's just going, I really think that this is it for me. And he was 1000% at peace with it. He wasn't scared. Uh, he just went, wow. And I think that some of you, if you connected with him, it's pretty interesting when you're around people that are like that and they just go, yeah, I'm done. You know what I mean? You're like, wait a minute. Don't you think you need to go to the hospital? Shouldn't you get a second or a third opinion? And it always reminds me of the time that I heard a doctor ask my mom. He says, I got one question before we go any further. Do you want to live? You know? And I think what's really, really bad about some mind diseases is that what if you can't recall what living is? I've never said that before. So it's not like remember the good times or remember the bad times. What if the core things that you do each and every day to live, to survive, you no longer have recall of that? So that's the way I tried to understand it. Does that make sense to you guys? It's like I don't think that you can mentally think right now. It's like, what if I just didn't know how to live? Then I'm sure you would do a lot of things that probably would put the rest of your body in jeopardy. Does that make sense? It's like we always hear the stories of someone that's got bad Alzheimer's or bad dementia, and they catch them walking nude going down the street. there's this there's this lady that Terry and I know that we know her daughter very, very well. And every once in a while you see her walking in the streets and it's like everybody just in the community just knows who she is.
She's
And
93 years old.
yeah,
Just
and yeah, and people pull over.
and
People pull over that don't know her to assist her
she
because
doesn't speak well because she's at so many streets.
yeah,
She just mumbles, so
she doesn't know, she can't communicate. She doesn't know what you're saying anyway.
but she meanders. I mean, she walks a long way too. She's in an apartment building that she's got to go up and down stairs, and so yeah, but crazy.
So yeah, I thank you, Craig, very much. I don't know. I hope you posted the song in the chat here.
Yes, I
Uh,
did.
but I know a lot of you. I hope you don't mind this. I think that's a good somber place to leave the message today. So I reach out to Lucas um, and yeah, do whatever you do. Like Matt says, thoughts and prayers. So if you're not a kind of person that prays, yeah, he was definitely a part of the family for sure. So thank you, Arthur, for jumping on. Thanks, Scott, Faith, Matthew, Michael, and Angela, Mary, Shelley, Sarah, Star, Melody, Dustin, Jim, Lisa Marie, Deborah Grady, Sandy, Coach Bob, Terry, my love, and thank you again, Craig. That was such a wonderful thing from your heart. Love
Bless
you
you.
guys.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye bye.